after the success of Ye's controversial song, a lot of the big dogs in entertainment are starting to think they might be trying to take him out. Now, y'all all should know the name of Kanye's song, and a lot of y'all may not know because it's banned off of every platform. Okay, the only platform that it's not banned on is Twitter. Now, you guys know, any platform you cannot say whatever you want to say. There are guidelines and different things in place to make sure that you can't say what you want to say. So when I heard that Ye's song, which I can't repeat the name because they'll make it so I can't get monetized, was out, I was a little appalled. But then I actually did my research. And in doing my research, I found out that there's other songs that disrespect other races. And maybe this just might be because of one particular race feeling insulted.
Speaking of the Jews, have you seen Kanye's new song?
Bro.
What?
Here's the thing.
What?
First
of all, kind of catchy.
Well, that's the problem with it. That's the problem. It's like the guy from production, like he's never lost a step. He can make a beat. He can, like, he's so talented.
He's a genius.
He's a talented producer, man. I do think it's like, first of all, I think people are kind of done asking him questions because most of it he puts out is like self-released kind of commentary or thoughts. Because he's saying just, you know.
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
But there is a thing where that song is like, what are you doing, dude?
Now, this part of the conversation is for smart people. I already know the people that ain't got too much intellect are probably going to leave now, right? Why is it that it's a catchy song that people like? People have played the song. It's, millions of views on Twitter. Why is it even banned, though? And if that's the case, then why is every song that would insult anybody else not be banned the same way? You got these guys, they listen to what they like. I don't know if you guys heard it. The song is a good song. It's just what the message is, but that doesn't mean, like, because you don't like what the message is, should it be taken off? Because if that's the case, a lot of songs of hip-hop should be taken away right now.
It's the ultimate pushing back.
Yeah, I guess. But there is, like I think I have a pretty, let things go kind of vibe to me. Right?
Obviously.
And I've always been like, yeah, say whatever you're going to say. But I do think, like, making a catchy song about that, I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're just getting, at a minimum, you're just going to get more people that think it's cool to say Heil Hitler. Like, that's at the minimum.
Well, I think that's part of the program. I think it's part of what he's trying to do.
I clearly think that that's the program, and I think that is what Kanye's trying to do. And I think that when you look at it from a different angle, is that wrong, though? Songs matter. They affect a lot of people. And the message in each song that's out, I don't think that it should be taken away. You know what I mean? Like, you should still have the ability to hear it and make your perception. It's coming to the point now where that if somebody at the top don't like it and feel that it insults them, you won't even be able to hear it. But you can hear songs that's been on, these platforms since they first started that continue to disrespect everybody but one in particular race.
But it's also kind of a sign of the times.
I guess. Yeah.
This is a chaotic world we're living in.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this kind of highlights the benefits. I mean, I want to say this like carefully because I don't want to think I want to say real clearly. I don't support people saying that. I don't think it's a good thing to say.
No.
I don't say it. I certainly don't think any racism is good. But there's a benefit to just letting people talk. Like, let people say whatever the fuck they want to say, even if it sucks.
Just the narrative a little bit. If an artist that was white put out a song that was disrespecting black people in a sense, should he not be allowed to put it out? Should it be snatched down? Or do you want to hear it and see where he's going with it? That's really the debate. We can't have nobody feel more offended than everybody, and now because they offended, everybody got to be offended. Because ultimately, y'all are going to go look for the song. And ultimately, because they're hiding it from everybody, it's just going to make people want to look for it more and more and more.
This is the benefit of Twitter. But this is also the bad part. It's like the fucking song has so many millions of hits on Twitter. It's been banned from every platform.
Yeah.
But is it good to ban things from platforms, or is it better to let it be out there
I see
and
what you're
let
saying.
people
Yeah.
talk about it. Because if you ban it, then people want to hear it more.
That's true.
And then it becomes more popular, and then it kind of supports what he says, which is that there's this concerted effort, if you talk about Jewish people, that they're going to remove you from everything, remove you from
Right.
banking, which is what he's saying. They run everything.
At this part of the podcast, I thought they was cooking. They was making a lot of valuable points. I mean, you guys can let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. But it started to get dangerous. Yeah, dangerous. Joe Rogan starts really thinking from a perspective. Now, you got to realize he's around these top dogs and people that will stop you. And he says this one thing about Ye that made me get scared for Ye instantly.
Yeah. Well, I think he's made his point. I think we all get it now.
It's never going to end.
Yeah.
But how does it end? This is the question. When I was watching that song, first of all, I was by myself. When I first saw the song, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, no way.
Yeah, yeah. No.
It's like, no way. No way. And I'm watching it on my phone. I'm like, yo. And then my first thought was, how does this end? Because this ends. This is going to end. There's going to come a time where they're going to realize, like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
So how does it end? Does it end in assassination? Does it end in
There's definitely people that want to kill him.
financial
I'm sure.
ruin?
Now, let me cook a little bit. There is no way in hell that Joe Rogan, one of the highest paid podcasters ever, he's bigger than all these hip-hop media guys I'll be watching all the time, right? It's going to mention this information without not knowing something. Do you agree or not agree? He had to know something because it would open up the door to so many different things. He don't need the views. He's good. So I think that he knows something. And we can act like, it's whatever. But why would Joe Rogan even mention this on his podcast? Ye has never really sat down with Joe Rogan. I never seen Ye on Joe Rogan Experience. So we got to look at things as signs. Signs is the very most important part of this whole piece of content. If you don't watch the signs, people could blind you with just, things right in your face, and that's what's going on. That boy, we got to protect Ye at all costs. We do. We really do. And if you don't feel like you need to protect Ye, then you are part of the problem. And you are a part of the people that really want to see Ye down. I don't want to see Ye down. I want to see Ye at his highest point. But without him having access to these platforms that everybody plays their music on, it's going to be pretty hard for him to go around the agenda. Now, I really want to open up the door for y'all to let me know what y'all feel in these comments, man. I give y'all a lot of information real quick, a lot of breakdown right here. I also need subscribers on this channel, so make sure you hit the top bell, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here.